What's up, y'all? This is On Point with Miss Britt, and I'm back. They just announced the brackets for both men's and women's, and just a reminder, this channel will only be updating the women's tournament. Sorry, I have not been watching much of men's college basketball, so if you was coming for that, you might as well turn the channel right now, because I will not be talking about them, and I won't be watching the men's tournament. Sorry, not sorry. So this is for the women's tournament only. So let's get into it. So we got Regional 1, right? Regional 1, South Carolina is the top seed. They're the overall top seed, as well as the number 1 top seed in Regional 1. And to be honest, they look like the favorites. Like, as long as they stay consistent, they should make it all the way to the Final Four, if not the championship game. I mean, nobody has been consistent during the year but them. So we'll see what happens. Remember, Cardoso is suspended for the first round due to that mess that happened between them and LSU during the SEC championship game. So she will be out, but she will be able to return the second round. Now, let's talk about some teams that might, give them a run. I could see like Notre Dame might be a problem. They got Hannah Hidalgo. She's a good scorer. I also like Nebraska. They got Alexis Markowski. So I would say those are like the 2 threats to look out for. There's a lot of good teams in this one, but I can't see them doing anything to South Carolina. Sorry, not sorry. And just because Cardoso is out the first round, I mean, they still got Tahina, Pow. They still got Malaysia for Wiley. She won the MVP for the SEC tournament championship game. And then, they got Brees Hall. Like, they'll be okay. They'll be okay. But it's definitely better with Cardoso in the lineup. All right, y'all, for Regional 2, we got Iowa as the number 1 seed, and to me, this is the hardest region. Like, they knew exactly what they was doing when they put these teams in. And then, I heard a little bit of chatter. Why would they put LSU and Iowa together in the same region? Duh, why not? To give them a better chance to have that rematch, because if you put them in another region, they probably wouldn't be able to see each other until like the Final Four or the championship game. Like, no, they need to guarantee that they have a better chance at playing for the ratings. So I like that they're in the same region. And then they also knew what they was doing. They added Colorado. They added UCLA. They added Louisville, Haley Van Lith's old team, which once LSU gets past the first round, which, I mean, they better, the second round they'd be playing Louisville if Louisville, gets past who they're supposed to be playing. So that's a good rematch there. But everybody keeps sleeping on UCLA. Like, y'all better watch out for UCLA. They are more than capable of winning this region and going to the Final Four. So do not sleep on them. So this is going to be probably one of my favorite regions, in my opinion. I really do hope we get that Iowa and LSU matchup. That's what everybody want to see, but we will see in the tournament. Don't count UCLA out. Do not count out Colorado. Don't count out Kansas State either, but we'll see what happens. All right, on to Regional 3. Now, y'all see what I'm wearing. Y'all see who I'm rooting for, okay? So USC is number 1 in Regional 3. Rightfully so. They are finally back on top again. They won the Pac-12 championship. Juju Watkins, she's a dog. She's a great scorer. However, during the Pac-12 championship game against Stanford did hold her to 9 points. But Mackenzie Forbes, she stepped up. So, USC is capable of making it to the Final Four. However, they lack kind of like some experience. That's the only thing that might hold them back, is the experience. Meanwhile, we got UConn, who is very experienced, even though the last couple of years have been like kind of a struggle. But Paige Becker, she is finally healthy. So her and Aaliyah Edwards together, they could potentially, make that run. But, I got to bring up OSU, honey. Do not sleep on OSU. I feel like if OSU can stay consistent, they can make a run. I mean, J.C. Sheldon, Cody McMahon, and Celeste Taylor, please. If they can literally stay solid and make those shots and do what they're doing, man, we can make it. We can make it. We can make a run. And also, there's a potential rematch between us and UConn. So I'm excited about that. Like, yes, let's get this going. So I feel like this is a really solid region. Obviously, I'm rooting for OSU. I hope they make it pretty far. You know, last year they made it to the Elite Eight. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Some pretty good teams in this region. And then also for Virginia Tech, Elizabeth Kitley, their leading scorer, they still say her status is unknown for the tournament. She had to pull out of the ACC tournament because of a knee injury. So we're just waiting to hear if she'll return, because that's going to be a major difference maker for Virginia Tech. Last but not least, we got Regional 4. Texas is the number one team in that region. And I ain't going to lie, I slept on Texas. I was shocked. That they made Texas number one. Because to be honest, I was hearing that Stanford was going to be the last number one. But you know what? Texas, they won the Big 12 championship game. They have a solid record. They deserve to be number one. So I stand corrected. You know, Stanford is in this region. So obviously, them with Cameron Brink, they are, you know, a force to be reckoned with. Watch out for them. Then don't sleep on Utah and Lissa Piley. Do not sleep on them. And then also Tennessee, Rakia Jackson. You know, they could have went to the SEC championship game, but, you know, they made that mistake by leaving Cardoso open when they played South Carolina. They left Cardoso open for that game-winning 3. And then prior to that, they had missed 2 free throws. So... and they were game winning. That would have sealed the deal right there. So it's just minor mistakes like that. If Tennessee can clean that up, I can see them making a run. So those are my favorite teams in Regional 4. Or y'all are wondering, well, what are my picks? And this was really, really hard for me. So I'm just gonna, you know, break it down like this, because I didn't really do a bracket because I just wanted to enjoy the games. But let's be clear on this. For final on paper, who should make the Final Four? South Carolina, LSU, UConn, and Stanford on paper. But the way that March Madness might happen, I think Iowa might be LSU. I think this might be their year to do it. I think Iowa might be LSU. And like I said, don't count UCLA out. And then as far as Region 2, I think OSU or USC is capable of winning that region. And then at South Carolina, they making it to the Final Four. Right? They ain't nobody unless they beat themselves. And then the last region, Regional 4, I think Stanford probably is going to take that. And if not Stanford, Tennessee. So that is what I think. So I just explained to y'all on paper and then what I think is going to happen. So we'll see if I'm right or not. I don't know. But make sure I will be posting updates on _pointsports614 on Instagram. So make sure you go follow that page. And do me a favor and like and subscribe. And I'm out.